Hello.
Evet, Webrazzi ofisindeyiz ve canlı yayındayız. 5 dakikalık bir gecikme, 5-10 dakikalık bir gecikmeyle başlıyoruz. Umarım herkes yerlerine oturmuştur. Bugün yanımızda Webrazzi ofisinde Delivery Hero var. Delivery Hero Avrupa merkezli bir online yemek siparişi servisi. Ve bugün kurucularından 2 kişi burada bizimle birlikteler. Türkiye pazarıyla ilgili planları olduğunu haliyle tahmin edebiliyoruz. Çünkü ben kendilerine canlı yayın öncesinde hızlıca bir sohbet yaptım ve dedim herhalde Türkiye planınız var, o yüzden buradasınız değil mi dedim. Onlar da bana tabii ki seyahate gelmedik, gezmeye gelmedik dediler. Onun için Türkiye planları olduğunu tahmin edebiliyoruz. First of all, thank you for coming. Welcome to Turkey.
Thanks for having us.
I think you arrived yesterday.
Yep. Yes.
And I was just saying that you are here, and I expect that you have plans about entering Turkish market, and I asked you that, and you said you're not here for vacation, definitely. So, arada bir İngilizce konuşacağım, bazen Türkçe çeviriler yapmaya çalışacağım. Canlı yayında olduğumuzu tekrar söyleyeyim. Yani şu anda canlı yayındayız. Aşağı yukarı herhalde bir 20-25 dakikada canlı yayın devam eder. Sonrasında video izleyebilmeniz için anında tekrardan yayında olacak. Bu süre zarfında eğer sorularınız olursa Twitter'dan yazabilirsiniz, sorabilirsiniz. Arda Kutsal kullanıcı adına bana atabilirsiniz veya Webrazzi atabilirsiniz. Ben Arda Kutsal'ı biraz daha çabuk göreceğim gibi duruyor. Webrazzi atarsanız arkadaşlarım bana aktarırlar. Okay. First of all, thank you again for coming. Let's learn a little bit more about Delivery Hero.
Sure. Start. Yeah, thanks for having us here. It's very exciting for us. So maybe just a quick intro. My name is Nikita, co-founder of Delivery Hero, responsible for global sales, customer care, and international.
Claude, co-founded with Nikita, doing product.
How many co-founders are there?
Total 4.
Yeah. 4, okay.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are here now.
Two of them.
So half of the company.
50%.
Yeah, 50% is here.
So Delivery Hero is a global food ordering network, online food ordering network. We are in 14 countries right now. Not Turkey, but we'll see. I think.
Which countries you're in now? As long as I see, you're in
many countries.
Australia, Finland, Mexico, Russia, but I think Russia, you're out of Russia now.
Oh, we are in Russia in a partnership.
Sweden, UK, Germany, Austria, Poland, South Korea, Switzerland. It's your own country.
Yep.
And what else? Because I have a couple of them.
China.
China. Oh,
China and India.
And India
as the new markets.
Oh, cool.
With huge potential, I guess.
You're not in MENA markets.
We're not in MENA markets. It's definitely also an interesting region. But yeah, until now, not. No.
Yeah.
So the company is pretty young. We have founded the company in 2010.
2010.
So it's almost 3 years old now, as it is in this structure, and has been growing pretty fast. So we were 4 co-founders. Now we are 650 people globally.
Yeah. 650.
Yes, yielding yearly sales of around $500 million.
This is the whole sales. I mean,
this is the whole
not
sales.
the commission, but the whole sales.
The whole sales.
You said how much?
$500 million.
Okay.
And yeah, growing pretty fast. 14 countries we're in now.
And you said 650 people.
Yep. 650 people. Yeah.
We have about 300 something, 350 maybe in Berlin, and the rest is distributed across the world.
So the headquarters is in Berlin. And then we have local offices in all the different countries.
I'm going to tell a little bit about in Turkish, so what we talk about, I'm going to summarize it. And you were founded in 2010, yeah?
In 2010,
okay.
yes.
Delivery Hero, Avrupa merkezli bir online yemek siparişi servisi. 2010 yılında kurulmuşlar. Şu anda 14 ülkede hizmet veriyorlar. Bu ülkeler çok çeşitli, yani Çin'de var, Meksiko'da var, İsviçre'de var, Almanya'da var, Avusturya'da var, Avustralya'da var. 14 ülkede hizmet veriyorlar. Yılda 500 milyon dolar civarı, yani yarım milyar dolar civarı bir ciroları var. Bu yaptıkları ciroymuş. Özellikle sordum, yani komisyon değil tabii ki bu. Yaptıkları toplam geçen rakam. Toplam 650 kişi çalışıyor. Bunun 350 kişisi Berlin'deki merkezlerindeymiş. Berlin merkezli bir şirket bu arada. Okay, so which country you are doing best now? I mean, like you are in 14 different countries. Which is doing best? Which is doing worst? Can you tell?
All of them are doing awesome, obviously.
Yeah, I bet. So, I mean, like, especially while you're on Webrazzi, everything is awesome, right?
Exactly. No, I mean, we have obviously different categories of countries and different stages of businesses. If you just start a business, then you usually see big growth rates, but it's rather on a small scale. And then we have big growth engines, as we call them. And then we have, highly profitable markets. So I think our core markets at the moment are in Europe. So we are the market leader in Germany. We are in UK. We are in the Nordic countries, so Sweden, Finland, market leaders. We are a market leader in Poland and Austria. And then we have a couple of very promising businesses which are located in India, in China, in South Korea, that are growing tremendously.
Okay, perfect. So is there any country that you said, oh God, what we are doing here? Anything happen?
Well, I don't think we
Come on,
ever...
be honest.
we are honest, don't worry about it. I think we never said like, oh God, but definitely countries have specifics that are completely different.
Like sometimes they don't have an address system.
Exactly. Our
Actually,
first observation about Istanbul.
This is very tricky. Like a Mexican address system is very different to Indian address system. Is very different to Chinese address system. So I think there's in some countries like India, like we told you before the interview, are very challenging. Once you figure it out, it's good because it's also kind of a competitive barrier for other people to enter because they need to figure it out as well. So there's no oh my God countries, but there is sometimes scratch your head countries.
Exactly.
So do you usually enter these countries, by yourself, or you acquire companies while entering a new market?
I think we have two strategies, and it really depends on the market. If there is a market where there is no local competition, we obviously need to launch ourselves, and that we do. In some countries we did that, like in Mexico and Australia and in Germany obviously, and we also do acquire local teams if we think the team is good and they're doing an amazing job in terms of product. We are very much focused, I think, on good products, on innovative products and scalable technologies. And if we find such teams in a country, we definitely try to partner up with them and accelerate them through our processes, through our knowledge about the markets, about how to scale on a larger, I guess, dimension.
Cool.
So that's
you are definitely interested in the Turkish markets. I mean, like you are here now. Like there are 4 founders, 2 of them are in Turkey, so definitely there's an interest. I mean, what do you know about this market? I mean, have you heard about the Sepeti?
Yes.
They have like 99% of market share.
I mean, there's a couple of dimensions to that. I mean, first of all, I think in general, if you look at Turkey or Istanbul and cities as markets, they look promising, right? So not looking at competition, but just generally, is food being ordered? Yes. Income and so on and so forth. So that is interesting. Now, when we launched in Germany in November 2010, the pizza.de, our biggest competitor at that time, had 90% market share. We had 0. So it's not, I think, there's always a time for a new company to join the game. Now the question is how exactly you do that, and that's then tactics and strategy. But generally speaking, we've heard of Sepeti, and we know they're there, we know they're strong, but that does not necessarily mean that there is no chance for someone else.
Okay.
So I think, we did extensive research on the market. So we know, we find the macroeconomic factors very interesting. So, internet consumption, mobile penetration rate, etc. is very good. So this we know. We obviously know the competitive space. We will meet also with competitors, and the question really is, at what stage we think yeah, it could become really interesting for us, and that's why we're here, because we really want to also kind of get to know the market a bit. And actually our first observation yesterday was within 30 minutes I saw like 2 delivery drivers already.
Yeah. Like wait like half an hour more and you'll see many.
So that seems good. Seems like there is a delivery culture here.
It's a very quantitative research, right?
Yes, it's a very objective research. Sample size is big, and yeah.
So I'm gonna tell a little bit in Turkish again. Tabii sohbet esnasında sürekli Türkçe tercümeyi anlık yapmam mümkün olmuyor. Ama özetle yani yeni açanlar da olur tabii ki ekranlarını. O yüzden kısa bir bilgi vereyim. Türkiye pazarına tabii ki ilgi duyuyorlar. Türkiye pazarında ilgi duydukları için ben onlara şöyle bir şey sordum. Yani pazarı araştırdınız, biliyor musunuz dedim. Yani burada çünkü Yemek Sepeti diye bir şey var. Hani %99 falan da pazar payı var. 99.9 da olur hatta. Pazar payı, böyle bir şey duydunuz mu? Yani böyle bir durum da var burada. Bir rekabet, yani ciddi bir dominasyondan bahsediyoruz. Dedim, onun üstüne yani işte örnekler verdiler. Almanya'da daha önce başka bir sitede %90 pazar payı varken girmişler ve bunun üstüne işte planlarını özetle paylaştılar. Tabii burada önemli birkaç tane soru, onları şimdi soracağım. Türkiye pazarına bakıyorlar ama buraya nasıl girecekler? Türkçe markayla mı girecekler? Satın alma düşünüyorlar belki küçük bir oyuncuyu. Bunları şimdi öğreneceğiz. Dediğim gibi yeni açanlar olabilir. Canlı yayındayız. Kurucular buradalar. 14 ülkede hizmet veriyorlar normalde. 650 kişilik bir ekip. Ve çok ciddi bir yatırımları da var. Onu da biraz sonra tekrardan kendilerinden bir teyit alalım. I forgot to ask you that. You have a total of $134 million funding.
Yes.
It's huge.
Yes.
And the last round was in July this year.
That is correct.
Yeah. And your investors were, I mean, there are a couple of investors in this round. Phenomen Ventures, Team Europe, Kite Ventures, Runet, Tangible Ventures, Holzbrink Ventures, Point 9 Capital, Kreos Capital. Funny thing is, I mean, I didn't even realize this, but like Team Europe and Point 9 Capital, they're both speakers at our upcoming conference. And we start to hear more about them the last couple of weeks. This is like just, I don't know, not something on purpose.
It's a sign for the quality of your conference.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Thank you. And like last week, I think, or 2 weeks ago, Team Europe and Point 9 Capital, they invested into a Turkish mobile advertising company.
Okay.
And we were so surprised that like whole investors were kind of Webrazzi Summit speakers. So now this again,
it's good.
It's good.
Closing the loop.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and the last round was $30 million.
Yes.
Yeah. And you're definitely using this amount of money to expand into other countries.
Sure.
So, about Turkish markets, are you gonna come here, start an office, do everything yourselves, or plan to acquire a small player or someone?
I mean, that's why we're here, I guess. We want to figure out a bit more and speak a bit more to people. I think both options are valid options for us, either through a local team, which obviously has a lot of advantage because they know the market really well. And
so you may do an acquisition.
That could be a possible alternative, or we do it ourselves if we're confident enough. I think what we really learned in the past 3 years when entering new markets is it's not, you cannot just copy the business and roll it out. You need to have the local knowledge. And deciding on those factors, meeting up with people, with local investors.
Yeah, I think we're not foolish to think that we can sit in Berlin and launch in Turkey. So I think that's. But then, in terms of how exactly do you acquire a company, or do you just assemble a team that does it? I think.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
is there like a timing?
There is no concrete timing. I mean, we have been looking into Turkey for quite a while now. We wanted to take it to the next step and be here. And
for how long have you been looking into Turkey?
I would say 1.5 years.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
So it's the time now, I guess.
It depends.
Seriously, like, are you planning to enter the market and launch your Turkish side in 2013 or next year?
The thing is,
He was just gonna say yes.
That's why I started talking. The thing is, there's always, if you look at Delivery Hero, it has become fairly big. We're in 14 markets. There's different dynamics in the group. How also when it comes to funding, like how do you allocate funding within a group, right? So where do you put all your eggs in one basket? Like how much money do you put where? And so for us, it very much depends on those dynamics. Turkey is an interesting market. There's other interesting markets.
Which ones?
That I may not talk about, but
no, I'm just curious about that.
Well, what we consider as interesting is maybe different to competitors. So we're looking definitely into big markets. Yeah, so a market that we're tapping into should serve for at least, say, 1.5 billion euros in terms of yearly turnover, in terms of delivery turnover. And there are some other factors that we look into. So we don't go for small markets, that we can say. And then really, again, the market structure is for us important, right? There are markets where there is a local competitor, maybe even a strong one like we had in Germany, and we will still go into that market because we follow a fast follower strategy. It's sometimes actually beneficial if there is a monopolist and kind of taught already the delivery services how internet works. So we can piggyback a bit on that and launch a new innovative product. In the end, I think monopolistic structures sometimes even scream for competition because in the end the consumer will benefit from it, right? Through innovation, through better prices, whatever.
Yeah, I was going to ask that actually. What's going to be your difference?
Right.
What you are going to do differently than Yöneticisi?
I think what is important to know is,
why people should choose you instead of that.
Well, we're not here yet.
I mean, like when you come here in end of this year, right?
Yeah. So
come on, tell me when.
Let's just say, look, if you look at Yöneticisi, if you look at I'm not going to say too much, but if you look at their website, it's quite old, and I think there might be room for improvement in a lot of areas of
so you're going to be different on usability of the website.
Might be, yeah. And we're also, I think, as Delivery Hero, we're also we try to innovate a lot when it comes to how we do things internally. That may not seem to you don't see as visible for the end consumer. But for example, I'm not sure if you order from Yöneticisi whether your order always arrives. Or whether sometimes it doesn't, and so we're quite good at things like this to managing processes. So some of it might be product user experience, but then a lot of it is processes and how we do things actually. So that is a very big
marketing, promotions, pricing.
We're quite efficient at marketing, for example. So I think that is one of our strong points for sure.
So we can say that because you may do an acquisition here, and so even if you do or not, you will probably gonna use a Turkish name.
That depends. We did already some market research on that as well.
Yeah. And any names in mind?
No, but we found out
that. I bet you have.
We found out that Turkish people actually also like.
You know what does delivery means in Turkish?
Yeah, I had the name in my mind. I don't know it yet.
I would not say anything.
Yeah. Right. I think you know the Turkish saying of delivery.
No, we actually.
It's Spanish.
We have a couple of ideas. Let's put it that way. But we can. It's really too early to talk about this.
Okay. All right. All right. So when can we expect some news from your side?
But there's news always with us, I guess. Given the amount of countries we launched.
Can we expect like a launch in Turkey in 2013 or beginning of 14?
I think right now there might be some news from us in the next 1 or 2 weeks, not related to Turkey. So which will keep us a bit busy for the next months. Let's put it that way.
And acquisitions in other regions.
Yeah, and then we'll see after that. So. But then we need to do some Christmas shopping and stuff,
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then we're on vacation.
And then on vacation. So, yeah.
Christmas shopping in Turkish market.
We'll see.
Okay, perfect. Again.
Yeah, sure.
Türkiye pazarına girişte bir satın alma yapmayı düşündüklerini sordum. olabileceğini söylüyorlar. Çok net konuşmak istemiyorlar tabii ki ama ona baktıkları aşikar. 2013 içinde yani son kalan birkaç ay içinde mi yoksa 2014'te mi olacak böyle bir Türkiye pazarı girişini bayağı bir bastırdı ama birkaç hafta içinde Türkiye pazarı dışında bazı yerlerden bazı haberleri olacağını ve onunla ilgili biraz yoğun olacaklarını söylediler ama benim hissettiğim şahsen what I feel is you're not gonna wait until 2014 to enter Turkish markets. I feel like that. I don't know why, but I feel that. This is my Webrazzi feelings.
Up to your That's a Webrazzi feeling.
Bana sanki 2010'da pek kalmayacaklarmış gibi geliyor. 2013 sonunda bir şey olacakmış gibi geliyor ama bunu görürüz hep birlikte. Satın alma düşündükleri bir şey elbette ki Türkçe bir isim düşünecekler gibi gözüküyor şu anda. It looks like that you're gonna use a Turkish name for the site, probably. Oh God, you're not saying anything. Okay, so eğer sorularınız varsa bana atabilirsiniz. Genelde görüş geldi ama soru görmedim. There are some comments but not questions. So like I'm asking for some questions. If I get some questions, I'm going to ask that. Sure. And before that, şeyi sordum bu arada tabii onu unuttum söylemeyi. Yemek sepetinden farklı olarak ne yapacaksınız Türkiye'de? İnsanlar niye sizi tercih etsinler? Orada birazcık daha kullanılabilirlik tarafına altını çizdiler. İşte yemek sepetinin sitesiyle ilgili bazı yorumları oldu. Onun dışında yani sipariş vermeyi kolaylaştırmak alanında bir şey yapacaklarını söylediler. Pazarlama ve promosyon tarafında zaten tecrübeleri olduğunu söylediler. Onun dışında sizlerle paylaşmam gereken not aldığım bir şey var mı diye bakıyorum. Onu söyleyeyim, marka söylemediler. Yeah. I think that's all that I'm going to ask. Do you want to add something else? This is your first time in Turkey.
It is our first time in Turkey.
You're going to leave in like a couple of days.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We are actually on our way to our Chinese business in Shanghai.
It's a huge market.
It is a huge market. Very interesting market. As well as India, obviously. But yeah, so no, I mean, our first impression of Turkey is really good. Friendly people, a bit chaotic traffic in Istanbul. This could be a problem with the business.
This is a good question.
Yeah,
sorry.
sure.
Yeah, Onur Doğan is asking this question. Onur Doğan'dan bir soru gelmiş. Yurt dışında iş yerlerini bağlamak gibi bir stratejileri var mıydı? Başka firmalarla çalışamazlar gibi. What do you think? I'm just joking.
Awesome.
Perfect. Do you do like some kind of exclusive deals with the restaurants in Europe or other countries? Are you planning to do something like that in Turkey?
Right.
Exclusive agreements with the...
Right. I mean, to be frank, we want to partner up with the restaurants and help them to grow their business. Yeah, and restaurants are obviously you cannot tie them on a short leash. You cannot forbid them anything, right? And if we consider ourselves as serious partners, we don't want to forbid them anything. If they decide to partner up with us exclusively, that's great. But we definitely don't impose like those structures on our partners. Because that's not a win-win situation in a way, I feel.
Because ultimately we want restaurants to get more orders. And especially if we're not the biggest player in the market, we cannot give you more orders than you could get with someone else in addition. So I think for us, we want to make sure a restaurant gets as much business as possible.
But on the other hand, we are in exclusive agreements with a couple of even big accounts because they choose to do so. In other markets, very, very strong.
Okay. Cevabı aldığınızı varsayıyorum. Çok fazla tercih etmiyorlar. Exclusive bir şey yapmıyor. You don't prefer to do exclusive agreements with the restaurants. Sometimes you do.
Right.
Bazen yapıyorlar ama çoğunlukla bunu yapmıyorlar, tercih etmiyorlar. There are more questions coming, obviously. Faruk sormuş soruyu. Demiş ki Türkiye pazarını nasıl buluyorlar diğer ülke pazarına kıyasla? It's actually a general question. We talked about it, but like I'm gonna ask again. what do you think about Turkish market comparing to other markets in Europe or I don't know, Asia or whatever? I mean, like, what is that hot thing here for you? Why Turkey?
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Two things, and then so there's two things. It's a crazy delivery market. People really order a lot.
Yeah, you'll see in like a couple of minutes. Here.
And the other interesting fact that I for sure know about Turkey is that you order very constantly. So the distribution of orders between Monday and Sunday is very even, which is also very good. And you have a strong lunch business, which you cannot see in all the markets. So just like from a traffic perspective and from the order frequency, it's a highly interesting market. And it's, I think, in some ways even more developed than other countries that would come in mind if you think about delivery services.
Yeah. And then also basics, infrastructure, like your cell phone network is good.
Right.
Like it works.
Yeah, it's I think better than US.
Yeah, so and that's really important, you know. Like I mean, like basics, like electricity is here, cell phone infrastructure. People are using like e-commerce sites, so that the whole kind of environment is good. Plus what Nikita added, so and it makes it an interesting market.
And it's close to our home market.
Yeah,
it's just a 2.5 hours flight away. So pretty convenient.
Yeah.
And couple of direct flights daily.
Exactly.
Good, yeah.
Starting with the 7 a.m. flight we took yesterday.
Really? Tabii ki birkaç sebep söylüyorlar Türkiye pazarını seçmeleriyle ilgili. Birincisi pazartesiden cumaya çok standart ve stabil bir sipariş hareketliliği var diyor ve sipariş vermeye alışkın bir toplum, Türk toplumu diyor. O yüzden pazar onlara çok ilgi çekici geliyor. Cep telefonu, GSM networklerin çok iyi olması onların ilgisini çekiyor. Ben de orada özellikle söyledim yani çok iyi olduğu konusunda fikrim hatta çok net bir şey o. Yani Türkiye'deki hakikaten cep telefonu altyapısı yani Amerika'dan falan çok iyi olduğunu çok net söyleyebilirim yani. It's better than US, our cell phone infrastructure.
Definitely.
Webrazzi ekibinden bir soru gelmiş. Fırat Demirel sormuş. Someone from Webrazzi asked a question. He's still here. What is gonna be your commission rates?
Right.
He wants to know if it's gonna be higher than Yemek Sepeti or not. Is it gonna be like a weapon for you? Komisyon oranları ne olacak? Yemek Sepeti'nden daha mı yüksek, daha mı aşağıda? Bunu bir silah kullanacaklar mı demiş Fırat Demirel. İşi biliyor, güzel soru.
So we're not a price competitor as you can see with some other competitors. We believe in quality and we believe in a strong quality of our product and that it is superior to competition. And quality obviously costs something. So we definitely don't pursue a strategy where we just go with like low prices into a market and try to destroy, you know, margins and everything. That doesn't make sense to us because, you know, we want to deliver superior quality.
I think also long term, if you enter a market by destroying margins, it's not really helping you because you kind of need to spend a lot of time and money into kind of rebuilding the margin, which is not. We don't think it's a good strategy.
Right. Aldın mı cevabı? Fiyat kırarak bir pazara girmek iyi bir şey değildir diyorlar ki tamamen katılıyoruz. I'm gonna get a couple of questions more because there are so many questions now.
Sure.
But we are, I mean, time is limited, so we better just wrap up. I mean, in your own country, I mean, in the countries you're already operating in, Mesut Sarı is asking this question, by the way. Mesut asks that you are using online payment systems actively in other countries.
Right.
Are you planning to do online payments here in Turkey? Because like normally people pay when they get the delivery.
Cash
I
mean, for us, that also is very market dependent. Some markets are very prone to online payment. Like in the UK, you have a very high rate of credit cards, whereas in Sweden you have a very high rate of phone bill payments. Germany, it's bank debit. So it really depends. So we really try to cater.
Credit cards are widely used here. The thing is, I think it's like a habit. It's like a culture that when you deliver something, you pay on delivery.
I was about to say, like, we believe in having the options that make most sense for a market, but we don't want to offer 20 different options. So there will be cash on delivery for sure, and then 2 or 3, maybe even 1 or 2 online payment methods that make sense.
There's a question from Emre Uğurlu. Emre used to work for Yemek Sepeti, by the way.
Okay.
He's not working for Yemek Sepeti anymore. He's working for Perform. Perform is a UK-based sports company. I mean, they do sports websites. And in Turkey, they acquired Maçkolik. Anyway, he's working for them now. His question is interesting and like quite tricky, I think. He asks that, is there any markets that they entered and had to exit? And so is Turkey going to be the first one?
Well,
it's a tricky question. I mean, like,
no, I mean, for sure, if you're growing a business of our size with that speed, there is mistakes happening. And there is also there was a market where we felt that with our approach, we couldn't serve it to a perfect way. So Russia was an example where we thought partnering up with the
sometimes you enter to a market and you fail and you just exit. So that's
well, it was more also of a focus question, not failure. And
I mean, you are still in Russia.
Yes, we are still in Russia, but through a partner. We felt that partnering up with a local team makes more sense because they will focus a bit more on it.
Is that an option here in Turkey?
I mean, to partner up with a local team is always an option for us, as I said. So yeah, I guess that's the and we wouldn't set ourselves up for failure. So
I was just about to say that the mindset is inside of Delivery Hero. I can promise you the mindset is very different. So we're not talking about entering a market and there's no contingency plan. What happens if we fail? There's no plan for that.
There's this question. I keep getting this question. I mean, I got this question a couple of times more, so I'm going to ask this one.
Sure.
I know you're not going to say anything about it now, but just ask him because even people from my team also asked this question too. So, how many people you're expected to have in your Turkish operations?
I mean,
you're not ready for this question probably, but maybe I think you may have something in mind.
Look, I mean, we have, if we enter a market, we have a very strong local approach, right? And a couple of functions as performance marketing and sometimes development depends. We have in our HQ because it makes sense from a synergy perspective and knowledge sharing perspective. But if it's a big market, we have local offices with like 20, 30 people. Sure.
So because like you have totally 650 people worldwide and 350 people are in Berlin, so there are like 300 in all countries, so you are in 14 countries, so we can say that every country has like 20 to 30 people.
20 to 30 people, exactly. And
and as Nikita said, it depends. But sometimes 20, sometimes 40, but
cool. I mean, we keep getting more questions, but we are really like limited time and you need to go and I have so another international company waiting for me.
Perfect. A good one.
A good one. I cannot tell now. It's a confidential meeting.
I use the company.
We are customers of
it's funny that they are both in our office at the same time. Şu anda içeride bir şirket daha var. Şu anda kim olduğunu detayını veremeyeceğim ama yani onlar o şekilde kullanıyorlar bol miktarda falan ve onlar da şu an Türkiye planı için konuşmaya geldiler. Onları şu anda da açıklamak istemiyorlar. Ama zaten Webrazzi Summit'te kendilerini göreceksiniz. Dayanamam abi, ben söylemem lazım yani. Webrazzi Summit'te kendilerini göreceksiniz. Thank you for coming. It was really a pleasure for us, and thank you for sharing this information. This information first time on Webrazzi is really valuable for us.
We'll trying to come back once we can tell you a bit more.
I mean, like, I didn't want to push so much because, like, I mean, I know
it's okay.
you want to keep things confidential, and you are still working on these things. So, whenever you have more things to tell, you're always welcome here.
As you pointed out, there's 2 out of 4 co-founders here, so
I think things will be fast.
So we're not. Yeah, we'll see.
So thanks for having us.
Thanks for
Really
coming.
nice.
Nikita, Claude, thank you for coming.
Thanks.
İzlediğiniz için çok teşekkür ederiz. Umarım keyif almışsınızdır. Video biraz sonra yanılmıyorsam değil mi? Hemen bir şey olacak. Direkt yani biz kendi kendine girecekler birazdan galiba. Değil mi? Hemen yayında olacak. Kaçıranlar videonun başından tekrar seyredebilirler. Delivery Hero'nun 2 kurucusu buradaydı. Toplam 4 kurucuları var. Claude ve Nikita. Umarım keyifli zaman geçirmişsinizdir. Türkiye pazarına girmek istiyor, planlarını konuştuk, Delivery Hero'yu konuştuk. Tabii ki zor bir pazar. Yani yemek sepetinin tamamını neredeyse domine ettiği pazardan bahsediyoruz. Öyle olduğu için de Delivery Hero için tabii kolay bir pazar değil. Ama yabancı bir oyuncu girmek istiyor. Detayları öğrenmek bizim için önemliydi. Umarım sizler için de güzel bir canlı yayın sohbeti olmuştur. Tekrar teşekkürler. Teşekkürler means thank you in Turkish. And afiyet olsun means bon appetit in Turkish. You better know this.
Yeah, we should know that.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Görüşmek üzere. Hoşçakalın.
Bye bye.
Cheers.